Welcome to this edition of the One Sports Webcast. The NBA season is nearing its conclusion, but the MVP race is quickly heating up. I'm joined by our NBA experts Matt Hilzoffel and Matt Stranzel to break down this exciting race. So guys, some people are saying that this is like a two-person race. Some people are saying it's more open. Matt, what do you think?
I've heard two. I've even heard four. I think it's actually six. There are six people that I would not even be upset if they won this MVP. Obviously, you got Harden and Westbrook. Those are your front runners. Behind them, you got LeBron. You got Kawhi Leonard. They're doing well as well. How can you leave out Isaiah Thomas and Steph Curry? These are two guys who have their teams in the top three in their conferences. And they're doing amazing stuff, but we're taking it for granted. We're ignoring it. Their stats are great. They have their team in good positions to win, and we're just saying, it's not Westbrook, it's not triple-double.
But the issue with the MVP race is it's how you define the MVP. It's not about the best two-way player in the NBA. LeBron is the best two-way player in the NBA. Kawhi Leonard's probably the second best two-way player in the NBA. But when you look at how Oklahoma City goes with Russell Westbrook, Houston goes as James Harden goes, it's not the same for the guys like LeBron and Kawhi Leonard.
I agree. I would say Harden and Westbrook are first just because of that most valuable title, because they have their teams in peak position. But when you look at who's around them, Kawhi has LaMarcus, he has Manu, he has Tony Parker, he has the better supporting cast, whereas Harden, in LeBron, you can't really make that argument, but he's LeBron, so he's always going to be in the MVP race no matter how many years he's in the NBA. But with Isaiah Thomas, Al Horford missed a few games, but he's still Al Horford. But aside from that, there's not too many stars, and he was a 60th overall pick.
But they do have probably the third best coach in the NBA right now.
That's true.
Yeah.
So, he was a late draft pick. He's been underestimated his whole career. It's his time to shine. He deserves that spot.
But what does Isaiah Thomas bring to the table other than scoring 25 points a game? He doesn't guard anyone. He doesn't pass the ball much.
He's a team leader. He's got his team, in third place now.
Yeah, well, it's certainly an exciting race. What Westbrook is doing is incredible, but a lot of guys are doing incredible stuff. So, Matt, who is your pick for MVP?
It's got to be Rusticulous. This is a guy that has 32 triple-doubles. In those 32 games, the Thunder are 26-6. When he does not have a triple-double, they are 11-23. Without Russell Westbrook, the Thunder are probably a bottom four team in the NBA due to a lack of talent. He's single-handedly carrying this team to maybe a 4 or 5 seed in the Western Conference.
And for me, I think I make the same argument for Harden, except that he has his team in third, whereas Westbrook is in sixth. Harden leads his team in points, rebounds, assists, minutes played, games played, defensive rebounds. There's nobody else on that team averaging 16 points. Eric Gordon, they got him. That's about it. Also, Harden's moved to point guard now, which gives more minutes to Lou Williams, more minutes to Eric Gordon, who are more impact players than Patrick Beverley, who it doesn't make a huge impact on the court other than a defensive end. So him moving to point guard is even more valuable than his stats.
Right.
And Westbrook's just he's numbers, and we're taking it for granted, like I said, but he's numbers. And I would argue that his supporting cast is about on par with Harden's, and he's got Oladipo and Adams and Cannon.
But relative to last year, you have Russell Westbrook losing the second best player in the NBA. Then you take away their starting power forward. And if you want to go head-to-head with Russell Westbrook and Harden, Russell Westbrook in one less game has more points, more steals, more rebounds, more blocks, and quite frankly, he plays defense. You can't be the most valuable player in the NBA and lead the NBA in turnovers as James Harden does and play absolutely zero defense.
I think he's been zero in the past. He's definitely moved past that. Agreed, he's not the best. But you make the same argument. They lost Dwight Howard. That's a huge loss. So
I think that's better for them. They get rid of Dwight Howard. It makes their team better.
You never know. But
could be. Well, yeah. Both of these guys, I think we can agree, are carrying their teams, and that's kind of what we look for in an MVP, most valuable after all. So that's all the time we have for basketball, but don't go anywhere. Evan will be right back to talk about the U.S. women's national soccer team.